Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB. What is she having? What is it? Oh. Putin? We're eating Putin? The state of Marvel, the current state of Marvel. I talked about this a little bit in my review for The Marvels, but I felt compelled to expand more on my thoughts. I find it funny that ever since that Variety article, everyone won't shut the hell up about how much Marvel is just in ruins and how they don't know what they're doing. They're running around with their heads cut off and things are in disarray. Now, I'm not denying the fact that there have been some projects from Marvel over the last few years, especially in phase 4 and 5, that maybe have had issues, that have had plot points and character choices, directions that have been questionable, that have felt rushed, that don't feel as cohesive as maybe we would like. But to say that everything's been bad, to say that they haven't released anything good since Avengers Endgame, which is a lot of talk that I have seen, which is wild to me. It's wild. To pretend like things like WandaVision, which maybe didn't end perfectly, but holy shit was that exciting week to week to watch. Low-key season 1 and now season 2, hot damn. You have things like Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. There were some great things to come from Marvel post Avengers Endgame. Now, when people talk about things like maybe Black Widow or Eternals or She-Hulk, even Secret Invasion, which maybe I'll agree more that failed to stick the landing. Even with all that being said, people are using these projects and these examples to say, well, this proves that Marvel is crumbling, that Marvel is falling apart, that Marvel doesn't know what they're doing, and that they're struggling. And I'm not saying they're not struggling because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But when you think back, so many people talk about how perfect the first 3 phases of Marvel was. How, wow, every movie was hitting on all cylinders. Every movie was just this great excitement level that they were building towards Thanos. Motherfuckers, we didn't know Thanos was in the picture, in the play, until the post-credit scene of Avengers. And to find out that Joss Whedon put that in as a gag, he put that in as almost a joke of like, wouldn't it be cool if someday, one day we did Thanos? That was never a big picture plan, all right? That was a happy accident for how well that falls into place after the fact. So for people to pretend like the first 3 phases were perfect, for people to retroactively pretend like Iron Man 2 got great reviews because it didn't. Iron Man 3, which that was my first time being very disappointed by a Marvel movie. That movie's more divided. Incredible Hulk, which I enjoy, but a lot of people find it boring and unimportant to the overall MCU, especially given the whole actor swap. How about movies like Thor the Dark World, which is notoriously talked about as one of, if not for some people, the worst Marvel movie ever? You know, I remember when Avengers Age of Ultron came out and people were complaining about how Ultron wasn't serious. Because granted, the trailers made him appear much more serious and dark. So I admit I was initially caught off guard by maybe how jokey he ended up being. But it was whatever AI tied to Tony Stark. That's why he was jokey. I think in retrospect, a lot of people appreciate the Ultron interpretation. But at the time, people were disappointed. They were disappointed by how, quote, janky that plot was and how hard they were promoting the Infinity Stones. The random scene of Thor going off to go talk to Selvig and him jumping into the pool and like him seeing the visions, and people were going, that was random as fuck. What the hell was that? People shitted on a lot of these things that I'm talking about right now. But because Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame was so great, because we almost universally love those movies, everything gets forgotten, or everything gets forgiven, I should say. And now people look back with much love and reverence to really everything that came out during those first three phases. And you're talking to one of the biggest Marvel fans ever. I love to enjoy most of the Marvel MCU movies, even the ones that I mentioned. I'm more talking about what other people have said about them. I find enjoyment in almost every Marvel film. So it's a situation where I think people are impatient. I think people have grown to just say, I want what I want now, right? Maybe they're impatient and they want the X-Men now. I understand that. God only knows I've been waiting for the X-Men to interact with Marvel proper characters for my entire childhood. Fantastic Four, Doctor fucking Doom. I have been waiting for this forever, and it is easy to get impatient. It is easy to say, no, I want it now. Show me a post-credit scene. Show me this. Show me that. Show me just anything. Show me their finger coming in just so that I can feel like I'm getting something. We're getting closer to what we want. So I get the impatience. I get the frustration. And I don't deny that there aren't some issues with projects maybe not being as connected, or maybe directors and writers aren't talking to each other enough. I was very frustrated with how much Secret Invasion played nothing into the Marvels movie with Nick Fury's character. And there's been other situations where you could say the same thing. WandaVision and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. How well did that truly feel like it bled into each other? There are things that Marvel could be doing better. I don't deny that, but let's not pretend like the sky is falling. Let's not pretend like Marvel's not still capable and still delivering a very good product. This ain't the dumpster fire that I think people are trying to make it out to be. Maybe I sound like a Marvel drone. Maybe I sound like somebody who is just trying to shout and say, no, this is still okay with the room on fire around me, right? I get it. And if Kang Dynasty and if Secret Wars is bad, if it is something that I have to sit here and say, fuck it, I was wrong, I will do that. But at the same time, I feel like we have a lot of good places to go. I feel like there is still a lot of great places to take these characters and take these stories. And so I guess that's just all I really wanted to say. I wanted to get that off my chest because I don't really talk about all of this controversy stuff that people are talking. So, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of not only the Marvel discussion, the Marvel debate? Do you feel like they've fallen off? Do you feel like it's over? You don't care anymore? What do you think of what I had to say? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.